Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Wednesday, February 16th, and the moon is in Leo. In fact, today we have a full moon in Leo with the moon 29 degrees of Leo and the sun at 29 degrees of Aquarius. This brings awareness around issues of love, issues of friendship, issues perhaps of romance, creativity, um, and our perhaps our need for um, to be seen, to be heard, the rights to express ourselves. We also have actually before the new moon, we have a before the full moon, we have a conjunction between Venus and Mars. It conjoins at 17 degrees of Capricorn. The interesting thing about this conjunction of Venus and Mars prior to the full moon, which in fact it squares the nodes, squares its own nodes. And so we're at a crossroads. We have an opportunity to make changes, to decide the direction that we're moving forward. Um, this particular full moon also activates the eclipse of 2017. That was the eclipse that sort of cut the United States in half. And now, as we see many years later, there's the expression of that. Um, and Venus and Mars happen to be the rulers of the nodes at this time, with the North Node in Taurus, a Venus rule sign, and the South Node in Scorpio as co-ruled by Mars. So we also have Pluto in a trine to the North Node, is sextile to the South Node. So this is a point where we have a point of awareness at a critical moment, of our evolution, while the rulers of those nodes come together in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is about taking responsibility for yourself. Capricorn is about building the structures that can support and help us to move forward as a society. But Capricorn also is an energy of control. And so we struggle as we, I think, go back and forth between the need for freedom and then the need for order. So there's this need for freedom and need for order that's happening. And true order, I think, has to come with freedom, because otherwise it's oppression. And so this is the struggle that we see all around us in the world and in maybe in our own lives. But this is an opportunity to see something clearly. We have to remember that this full moon is the full moon of the new moon, right? This is the full portion of that new moon that happens on the 1st of February, that was conjunct Saturn. And so Aquarius is about progressivism. Saturn tends to hold things back, but it is in a sign of progressivism. So Saturn in Aquarius has both natures to it, that sort of more controlled nature, and then that like uncontrolled nature. So for all of you who have Saturn and Aquarius out there, that's sort of like your constant companion, control and breaking out of the control and breaking out of it. So we can, it's almost like breathing actually. Um, so it's an intense time. Keep your ears and eyes open. Keep your heart open. You are not alone. Um, because the full moon squares the nodes, the moon being square the nodes means that we're at a crossroads, and the resolution to that crossroads is to move in the direction of peace, to move in the direction of what you value, to move in the direction of simplification and to move in the direction of um, moving in the direction of your essential needs. Sometimes people know what they want, and some people are unaware of what they want because they spend so much time giving to others. This is not a necessarily, I guess it's a balancing in one way for those people who give and don't think of themselves. It's time to think of yourselves. And for those who think of themselves constantly without thinking of others, may have an opportunity where they have no choice, or their tendency not to consider others is brought full face. So we'll see what that means and who that means what for. All right, guys. I just didn't really feel like going out yet. It's still a little too cold this morning, but I did want to talk to you about this full moon. If you if you want more information about this full moon, you can check out my week forecast. It is kind of long, but a lot of good information in that. And I'm going to get that Pluto return um, video out this week. We're going to be looking at it, through an astrological perspective, but also via the Tree of Life. And I'm doing it takes a couple of days to kind of prepare for that. But as I'm looking at it more closely, it's pretty interesting. All right, guys, you have yourself a great day. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Namaste.